Turns out 27 is not that old of an age to pursue what you actually love doing. Not all of them turn out to be stars, but there are quite a few people who carry the guts to follow their passion. They are the ones to hang in there till their dream comes true. Alicia Dove Taylor is the founder of a group of professionally trained dancers, Cherry Bombs. They put on the most entertaining and dangerous live performance of party animals you can ever see. Alicia was an NFL cheerleader with a fit body no less than a model. She left her position to create a lifestyle that she truly wanted. A self-professed fine artist and a pro at makeup, Alicia Dove has been in highlights since her nationwide tour with Stone Sour. Alicia became more popular after marrying the lead vocalist of the Slipknot band, Corey Taylor. Alicia liked dancing and playing football. She studied in Gig Harbor Public High School. It is where she joined the cheerleading group. After discovering that she loved dancing more, she left cheerleading and formed a dance group called H2WHOA. Alicia has always loved music. She had a passion for rock metal since her teenage years. Her love for this genre began after she met many guys who listened to metal in her middle school. Some of her favorite bands are Slipknot, Prodigy, and Korn. She also listens to Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie. Corey Taylor is the frontman, a vocalist of the famous band Slipknot. They married on October 6, 2019, at the Valley of Fire State Park in Overton, Nevada. She wore a traditional Rue de Seine-Zadora gown, whereas Corey wore a maroon-colored suit. Both of them post a lot about each other on social media. Alicia was a member of a cheerleading squad for the Georgian football team, Atlanta Falcons, in the National Football League, NFL. She loved dancing and cheering, however, she realized that she wanted rock music to be added to her passion with time. Thus, she left her well-paying job and formed her own dancing group, Cherry Bomb. Very little is known about the whereabouts of parents, siblings, or the family of Alicia Dove. She was born on January 16, 1985, the year of Ox. 35 years old red-headed dancer, Alicia has been interested in music and dancing since childhood. Born and raised in the United States, she went to Gig Harbor Public High School in the Peninsula School District in Gig Harbor, Washington. She was a member of cheerleaders in her high school. Alicia started learning guitar at 12, which came in handy to her while creating surprises on stage later in her career. However, her practice was halted soon after she joined the school cheerleaders. Alicia was fond of dancing and football, so cheerleading was perfect for her. However, she discovered her real passion was dancing, so she left the cheerleading and formed a dance team of her own named H2WHOA. Alicia was a tenacious teenager. Her passion for rock metal started when she came across a bunch of guys who listened to metal in the late 90s during middle school. Bold as she was, the aggressiveness of metal really spoke to her. Alicia loved rock and roll music. Slipknot, Korn, and Prodigy were her absolute favorites. Her team H2O was named after the water wave-like rhythm of their dance performances. She started giving Halloween-based-themed dance performances with her team in her high school. They threw in songs by Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, which must have foreshadowed her career choices. As explained by her zodiac sign Capricorn, she is a loyal, responsible, independent, goal-oriented, hard-working, and leading mindset. She manages solid and practical plans, as a persistent leader of her team, who does not give up on her teammates. Alicia had an encounter with Corey Taylor for the first time when she was still a cheerleader for NFL. It was around 2010 when they ran into each other at a Knot show. Corey was known as a great rock singer, frontman of Stone Sour, and an absolute madman on stage while performing in Slipknot, one of metal's biggest acts. The relation was not love at first sight. Their first meeting was along with a bunch of NFL guys. Corey was not much friendly as he shook hands with everyone but her, gave a dead look, and walked away. Alicia found him weird at first. 10 months after the breakup of his 8-year marriage with Stephanie Luby, Corey met beautiful Alicia. The pair really started hitting it off when Cherry Bomb toured with Stone Sour in 2017, which lasted about 5 weeks. After 2 years of seeing each other, they first publicized their relationship in March 2019. Corey posted on Instagram, saying Alicia is everything he ever wanted and more. It was Sunday morning of April 7, 2019, in her LA apartment, when Alicia finished her breakfast with Corey and went to the fridge to put salsa back. On closing the door, standing next to her was Corey with a ring while both of them were in their sweats. Alicia and Corey had known each other for roughly 6 years or so when Corey popped out the question on his knees. It was casual, private, and pretty surprising for Alicia. She started crying on the floor with him and finally said yes. Elle adorelust. Forever and ever, was the caption written by both the lovebirds when they posted their engagement on their Instagram wall. Their marriage turned out to be more of a surprise to everyone, as the newlyweds stayed quiet until 3 weeks past their nuptials. The news cracked after stunning pictures of a very different and private event were posted by the couple on Instagram. The wedding took place at a desert of stunning Valley of Fire State Park in Overton, Nevada on October 6, 2019, 6 months after their engagement. Corey had mentioned his plan in Zane Lowe's show Apple Music Beats One a few weeks back. The heartwarming pictures of the union taken by Nathan Mowry, homie of Alicia, and a close friend, capture the couple posed in the desert sporting more traditional wedding attire before a stunning sunset. Evident for a Capricorn, Alicia wore traditional Rue de Seine Zadora gown, cost $3,600. Taylor crashed in a maroon-colored suit. The location was arranged by Modern Vintage Rentals, flowers by Loaya Blooms, and photos by Dowlin and Sienna. Alicia posted the gallery with the caption Valley of Fire, and Corey with a caption of the date. Corey was 45 and Alicia was 34 when they tied knots together. They celebrated their nuptials with close friends and family at a dress-down party in Las Vegas. Alicia dressed in a short black number, and Corey dressed with Jesse and the Rippers, Full House parody t-shirt, and backward ball cap. Alicia never thought she would find her love in her best friend. The lovey-dovey couple cherishes each other with kind words in their social media accounts. They are not planning for kids right away, and are moving slowly step by step. Besides, Corey had married 2 times before he tied the knot with Alicia Dove. He was first married to Scarlett Stone from 2004 to 2007. Then, he married Stephanie Luby in 2009 and divorced in 2017. Before becoming a professional dancer, Alicia Dove was a member of a cheerleading squad that cheered for the Georgian football team Atlanta Falcons, who playing in the National Football League, 2010 to 2012. Alicia loved dancing and cheering for the NFL, but as time passed, she realized where her heart really lied. She did not want to put up with a clean, tight schedule and binding rules. Instead, she wanted rock music to feed off her passion. Listening to Slipknot, tattooing her body, and many other things that Alicia could not keep up with, haunted her till she broke off and created the Cherry Bombs, a group of badass chicks, according to her own words. Alicia was the black sheep on the team, who dared lose some of her friends and a well-paying job to pursue her dream. Her dream started taking shape when she got the first gig of Cherry Bombs Sturgis, at the biggest bike rally in the world, South Dakota. There were other people doing the same thing, but her tenacity in adding elements to a performance allowed Cherry Bombs to evolve from simple dancing to something that can move and can get the crowd involved. Alicia is the knot and bolt of her team. She does everything including choice of music, cutting and mixing according to the specialty of her artists, arranging schedules, matching choreography with music, and arranging props. Alicia explains her show as rock and roll meets Cirque du Soleil meets Pussycat Dolls extravaganza. She is a metalhead who feels like a free bird when she performs exclusively on metal and rock. She prioritizes the shows depending upon what the crowd might love and who they are opening for. Their shows change constantly, and so it's unique every second time you see them. Alicia always pushes the show into the next frontier, makes it bigger every time. Constantly improving, and adding the stunts, keeping safety up to par is another challenge Alicia takes. Alicia has a roster of 14 technically trained dancers all around the States. 5 to 7 of them give one performance. Dance with pyro shows, aerial art, singing, whooping, and fire pushes the performance to the next level and helps with the audience engagement. Alicia does all of it by herself. She hauls the steel, aerial equipment, portable pole, fire gear with the team. She drives the team whenever needed and manages to keep it cool even after a practice of more than 8 hours a day. Despite all their efforts, sometimes the production is not too specific, and thus, Alicia's team faces unorganized producers and restrictions on performances. However, when the music is on the stage, their body acts almost in an autoplay version and they enjoy performing. Alicia rolled her ankle during the Steel Panther show while filming a mini-documentary series about behind the scenes of a Cherry Bombs performance. It provided visual albums on YouTube about the efforts behind the iceberg we actually see on the surface. Alicia dreams to do her show with a live band. At present, she is working on a production line show which is entirely new for her. She is planning not a super hard storyline, kinda loose and entertaining show to audience keep followed. Alicia jumped into the fire when her team made their first nationwide tour with Buckcherry and Black Stone in 2016. Despite being selected only due to their name, the team managed well without a manager or an agent. Cherry Bombs' first performance during the 73rd annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in 2014 was alongside Bret Michaels. Their second national tour, with Stone Sour and Steel Panther in Stone Shower or Sour, was the best thing that happened to Alicia. They have also appeared on True TV's Full Throttle Saloon. Alicia has been featured in Rock Revolt magazine and has performed and collaborated in rock acts like Saving Abel and Puddle of Mud. As her shows are gaining popularity, she has planned a musical tour to Knotfest Japan, Singapore Rock Fest, and Manila, Jakarta, Indonesia, Monterey, MX next year. Alicia does not become a topic of controversy much, however, she does face many backlashes from time to time. As the concept of Cherry Bombs is difficult to be explained if you have not seen them perform. There are crossovers where Alicia often faces the prejudice of half-naked chicks dancing, or a stripper act when she meets the investors. She understands their point of view and uses the videos to convince most of them. In her own words, it's not just moving their ass, it requires much work and effort. It is difficult when they still don't get the concept of how it all fits into one show. Besides, many people have claimed that Alicia Dove would not have been successful if she was not married to Slipknot's frontman, Corey Taylor. Recently, her dance group, Cherry Bombs, have announced that they would be performing at the Knotfest, to which she got many backlashes. She defended herself by tweeting, "She wouldn't have gotten Knotfest without Corey. Shows don't work that way. Promoters don't freely give out thousands of dollars just because someone is married to someone else. They have to justify the expense and there has to be interest. God, some of you are dense." Alicia Taylor, at Alicia E. Taylor, August 13, 2020. As Corey himself has been a victim of abuse and has attempted suicide at a young age, he has been an inspiration and proactively involved in the charity works of Alicia. They have organized programs and performed cool rock stuff for different noble causes. Alicia focuses on anti-suicide, anti-cancer, youth motivation, and child mental health for charity causes. She performed with heavy metal, Lamb of God, Pantera, and Iron Maiden to raise funds for Cancer Society in the program Metal for Cancer. Another beautiful charity show for the fundraiser by the Taylor couple is Star Treatments in December that covers the cost of gas and all wear and tear of the vehicle when sick children are taken to and out of the hospital. They also fill the vehicle with their favorite music, snacks, sports teams, and whatever makes them feel like a rock star. Alicia Dove makes a decent earning from her performance shows. There is not much information about her net worth, but it was estimated at around $100,000 to up to $1 million approximately in 2019. On the other hand, her husband, Corey Taylor, has around $10 to $12 million. Alicia Dove Taylor is very active on social media, as it is a platform where she can promote her work. Alicia is active on Twitter as @Alicia E. Taylor. She usually interacts with her fans on Twitter. Recently, she has shared on Twitter that her husband, Corey, had tested positive for COVID-19 and had recovered. She tweeted, "Corey has been testing negative for 2 days. Had he not been vaxxed, this would have lasted much longer and been exponentially worse. I know this won't change all minds, but if you're on the fence, do it. Now it's time to snag my man and drive home. I have missed him so much." Alicia Taylor, @Alicia E. Taylor, August 26, 2021. Alicia posts a lot of pictures of herself with her husband and her dance group on her Instagram account. She also promotes cherry bombs on Instagram and shares photos of her show with her 174K followers. You can watch her dance group's performances and whereabouts on their YouTube channel. In addition, you can also watch their documentary titled Girl Gang. This YouTube series has 3 episodes so far. They also have their Facebook page, where you can check out images from their recent shows. Plus, they sell their merch too. Cherry Bombs are also on Twitter as @CherryBombsRock. In the prime time of her career and love life, Alicia focuses on being positive and strong. Her Instagram message informing fans about the postponed spring tours had a thank you message for all health workers and a stay safe message for her fans. She has shared the idea of having an foot session where her team will read a book to their younger fans. Alicia is trying to give back however she can, the love and support of her fans through videos empowering younger fans and all ages dance sessions. She strongly believes the difference between people who make it and those who don't is just timing, it's tenacity. She says it's how you're just not gonna stop, don't ever stop. If this is what you want to do, you work on it every day. She is truly an inspiration to all young minds around the world to pursue their dream.